Welcome to the Channel for Grace. Gobind will be live shortly. Book a tarot or astrology reading on our website, channelforgrace.guru, and check out our latest programs and classes. Please give us a share and a like, and we hope you enjoy the broadcast. Welcome to the Channel for Grace. Gobind will be live shortly. Book a tarot or astrology reading on our website, channelforgrace.guru, and check out our latest programs and classes. Please give us a share and a like, and we hope you enjoy the broadcast. Welcome to the Channel for Grace. Gobind will be live shortly. Book a tarot or astrology reading on our website, channelforgrace.guru, and check out our latest programs and classes. Please give us a share and a like, and we hope you enjoy the broadcast. Satnam and welcome back to the channel. My name is Gobind and this is your Channel for Grace. Thank you guys so much for being here live, and thank you to those of you that are watching the replay. I realize my connection's acting up a little bit, so hopefully it'll settle out as we continue this live. Let me know if you guys can hear me okay. That's really the most important thing, is that you can hear me. So welcome in. Hello, Mindy. Hello, Jeanette. Hello, Veronica. Hello, Jerlene and Maricela. Hello, Melanie, Raessa. Welcome, welcome. Thank you guys for being here. And it's exciting today. And Rachel, to you, hello as well. Today, we are going to talk about the Libra new moon that is happening this weekend. And on the 25th of September. Okay, cool. So hopefully it's okay. It looks like it's a little bit choppy on my end, but let's just hope this sort of resolves itself. Hello, Steph. Welcome in. So if you guys have any trouble like hearing me or seeing me, then definitely let me know. Hello, Tia. Welcome in. It's your first live. It's weird. Like I haven't had these kind of problems yet like this. Never been really this bad. But anyways, I love you too. I hear you. It doesn't match the picture. Beautiful poses though. That's hilarious. So it looks like it may be coming back. I'm going to keep going. And if it gets really, really bad, I can always restart the video, you guys. But like I said, being able to hear me at least is the best. So we're going to talk about this new moon today. Before we dive into the new moon astrology, as well as the general energy, as well as the aspects that are happening during this new moon, as well as the starseed energy, the Sabian symbol, the Chandra symbol, the gene key, and the human design gates. Before we hop into all of that, I want to invite you to download my free moon astrology guide, which is found in the link below. Denise says, everything looks and sounds perfectly fine to me. Okay, well, thank you for telling me that. So before we do that, I want to invite you to download my free moon astrology guide. If you want to know what your psychic gifts are based off of your moon sign, and enter into my email list where I send a weekly moon magic report. This is a really awesome way to do this. It is by downloading the astrology guide. So make sure to do that if you haven't done so yet. You definitely want to be on my email list. It's the best way to stay in contact with everything, all my workshops that I offer, everything that I provide here on YouTube. And there's a lot that I provide outside of YouTube as well. So make sure to do that. The other thing is I also have a Starseed membership, which is amazing. It's a monthly subscription. Hello, Danny. Welcome in. So monthly subscription. And what it is basically being guided through the astrological seasons according to ancient Atlantean philosophy. So the ancient Atlantean philosophy is what I teach in my moon goddess training, which we're getting ready to in October to do the level 3. And next year in January, I will be doing a whole another course. It's basically a year-long course, so it's a bit of a commitment, but it's totally freaking worth it. Level 1 of the moon goddess training is the the initiatic path that the ancient Atlantean priests and priestesses used to take in ancient Atlantis along the temples along the Nile. Level 2 is diving deeper into everything that we learned in level 1. And then adding a whole lot more information and learning about your human design. The gene keys is a big thing that we learn in the moon goddess training. And there's so much more. We also start to work with the Akashic records in a more personal way in level 2. And then in level 3, we actually do the certification to become an Akashic record reader. So that's the journey of the moon goddess training. But the ancient Atlantean philosophy I use for the Starseed membership to teach and to guide you through all of the seasons. We start with, we follow the Atlantean year and the astrological year. So starting with Aries, and now we're in Libra. So we're like halfway through the year. We just went through we're in the fall. The fall equinox is like yesterday, today. The energy of that is present. Hello, Sunny. Welcome in. And it's just amazing. We have live events in the Starseed membership. I send you information in the form of videos. We also do little rituals, meditations, all kinds of stuff. So I'm going to grab my Wi-Fi that's down there on the floor, and I'm going to bring it up here and see if it helps any. Because this whole like choppy video is like annoying the F out of me. So let me do that real quick. And I'll have to watch it and possibly plug it in again. Or maybe I can... Hang on. I don't know if this is going to help, but we'll see. Says it's charging. Okay. We have a lot to talk about with this moon. I need this whole broadcast thing to work. The whole internet thing to work right now. I'm going to disconnect my phone from Wi-Fi because maybe I have too many things connected. Maybe that'll help. Put the phone on airplane mode. Okay. So, and hello, Dawn. Welcome in. And the other thing that I wanted to share with you is that next week is our Jupiter module. So let me actually do a little screen share for that. For those of you that are new, I have an astrology course. It's called Aquarian Astrology. And it is a course to teach you astrology. It's basically astrology for beginners. And you can go through all of the different courses, which are modules separated into modules, and learn little by little at your own pace the astrology of each of the planets that basically move from the sun out to the solar system, every planet like in order. So here's the page. When you go to the link below that says the Jupiter module, which is module 7, this is where it'll take you. And this is very similar to how all of the other module sign up pages look like. It's only $44 and it's going to be happening next Thursday, September 29th. At 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern. So make sure that you sign up before that so you can be there live. When you're live, it's a webinar style. You can ask questions live, and it's really fun energy to be there live. But the replay will be available also the following day. The things that we'll learn in this module is Jupiter's rulership, what zodiac sign and chakra Jupiter rules, and what qualities he embodies in astrology and in your natal chart. We're also going to learn the ancient stories and mythologies of Jupiter, the Jupiter in the 12 signs, Jupiter in the 12 houses, Jupiter retrograde in all 12 signs, and also the Jupiter return. And what that means, it's basically a cycle that happens every time that Jupiter comes back to its natal position, and it's a time of abundance. But we'll talk about that and in all the different signs, what that means and everything. So really exciting. Wanted to make sure you guys knew all about that. And without further ado, let us hop into the astrology of this moon. Can you guys see the the chart on the screen? So these videos tend to go, all of it put together can give you a understanding of what this moon is all about. I'm also going to put my hair up. Dawn says beginner. What? Maybe module 1. I love that though. Thank you for sharing that. She feels that the astrology courses are elaborate and deep astrology study. Absolutely love that. Okay. All right. So, I would like to, can you guys, I'm going to reset my internet. I'm going to turn it off and then turn it back on. And so, because I just feel kind of uncomfortable with the way this is going. Yeah, exactly. So, I'm going to. I have no idea if I'm live again or not. Am I back? Sorry, guys. So annoying. I was breathing into the mic. Oh, this is frustrating. It's like going in and out, in and out. Super frustrating. She's alive. Oh, I'm totally alive. I don't know if I'm back because the connection is still shitty. Hello, Christina Maria. Okay. Well, if you guys can hear me, yeah, I'm kind of over it right now. I'm thinking, should I just like stop and start over tomorrow or something? I'm not frustrated at all. I'm just like, meh. Embracing the Mercury. Yeah, exactly. You know, some days it's a good connection and then some days it's not. But you guys can hear me okay? Dawn says it's totally good connection on my end. To me, it looks like it's a mess. Oh, well, it's not audio issues. It's like connection issues. Okay, we'll just keep going with what we've got and see how it goes. All right. So, awesome. So I'm just going to talk and the video might be kind of funky, but at least you have a visual of the chart on the screen, which is what I'm, talking about. Which is this new moon in Libra. Okay, here we go. Oh my God. This is a crazy new moon though. This is a crazy new moon. Have any of you had weird body ailments and fatigue? I've had some weird ass fatigue, for sure. Weird fatigue. I'm going to test on my phone, see if it works. All right, I'm just going to keep talking. The chart is buffering. Oh, lordy lord. Yeah, exactly. The technology just cannot handle it. So I'm going to kind of refresh it. All right, so here we go. What's the general energy of this new moon in Libra? In general, a new moon in Libra is about setting an intention to find harmony. Here we go. Let's make sure it's all good. Setting an intention to find harmony and balance in our lives. It is an invitation to focus on our relationships and to see beauty and truth in others. It is also a light shining the way towards justice and deep healing. Because we find ourselves in the realm of Libra, and Libra is all about relationships, we find ourselves in the realm of karma as well. So dealing with karma, healing karma, etc., are important things that may come up during this time. And the ruler of the new moon in Libra is the planet Venus, because she rules this sign of Libra. This is like her dignity. So she's the strongest here in this energy of Libra. So looking at what Venus is doing during this new moon is actually really important because it'll give us insight into what's actually happening. So Dawn says it's not buffering here. Can we have subtitles? Never have I ever been so grateful for Libra season, the end of Virgo season. This Venus energy is lovely. Good for you. That's exciting. So what we have here is that this moon, which you're seeing right here, and I don't know if you'll be able to see this on the screen, but I'm like writing on it, but if you can't see it, then whatever. Forget about it. Thank you, Christina Maria. So this moon is actually going to be making an opposition to basically Jupiter. And Jupiter magnifies all of this crazy energy. He just brings in intensity, and not necessarily intensity, but definitely a magnification of whatever energy is being activated in the moment. And at this moment, the most powerful thing that's happening is the place where the new moon is actually happening. And it's happening at 2 degrees 48 minutes of Libra. And that is when the starseed energy aligns. It is literally the super galactic center. And the super galactic center is one of those centers like the galactic center or the great attractor that holds the frequency of powerful Akashic record energy, like powerful Akashic record energy. Well, the minute I said that, the internet stabilized itself. Charging jetpack. Okay. Sorry, I'm just... anyways, all of a sudden it's like the storm has passed. Okay. Continuing on. This is good. I'm not complaining. So basically, what this actually does is it activates this powerful, intense frequency that we normally like to call like the Akashic records, right? The Akashic records of the universe, the Akashic records of the world. And with this frequency, it is a portal. It is a huge portal towards like deep, powerful knowledge, information. Actually, a friend, one of my teachers that teaches about the starseed energy, and I've taken her trainings, she talks about the galactic. She put a post about the galactic center. I can't find it right now, but it's okay. It doesn't matter. What it actually is this powerful, like opening this huge portal where a lot of information has the potential to come through during this time. And it's like healing light codes, information that we need for humanity to heal. That's the power of this. That's the significance of this. So this is why the opposition to Jupiter is like, whoa, a total powerful activation that will magnify this energy, making it even more intense, making it stronger. The moon is also, this new moon is also making a conjunction to Mercury and also to Venus. They're not exact, but they're like within orb. And that means that the mind and the ruler of this moon is actually conjunct the new moon as well. So it's this understanding, the ability to understand what is happening at a very deep level. And the reason I say that is because even here at 27 degrees of Virgo, Mercury is making a trine to Pluto, which is that deep, powerful, underneath, deep understanding of what is going on for all of us. For us individually, but for all of us also in general. There's a deep understanding. That's really all you need to know about it. And Mercury being right here, and it's at the time of the new moon, Mercury is going to be in the sign of Virgo, which is that sign of like that critical thinker. Very much critical thinker. Yeah, I came through near the galactic center. I must know something if I could just remember it. Yeah, exactly right, Dawn. That's hilarious. But this is a critical energy. And Venus in Virgo, at the moment of this new moon is also saying, I think it's important to focus on the details. I think it's important to know what we want and to be specific about what we want. All of those things are very, very important. So the new moon in Libra is setting an intention for relationships, setting an intention for how you want to relate to others. Libra season, and I've gone into detail about this in the Libra season video for the membership. I think what was going on is that I was doing this uploading of the false equinox celebration. Okay. Note to self, don't be uploading shit while going live. I think that was the problem, y'all. I think I just figured it out. Okay. We'll remember that for next time. So this energy is a big deal because it's an activation, an intention. It's a huge time to set an intention. It's a very powerful time to set an intention about, hello, Stephanie, about how do you want to relate to others during this time, during this Libra season? How do you want to relate to others? What is important for you? I need to change this thing because it's like beeping at me. Give me 1 second. Holy moly. This energy though, Okay. So the other thing that's happening with this moon is that the other planets that are also making a trine to Pluto are Venus, who's right here, and so, yeah, right. I feel that too. That is just adding to this frequency of Venus and Mercury making a trine to Pluto. And that's that deep understanding. Deep understanding is here. Deep understanding will arrive. But it may not be the kind of like knowing and revelations and understanding that you are like, oh yeah, this is going to be amazing. It may be such deep understanding that it'll be like, whoa. And sometimes it can feel like too much because in a sense, it does this like, here's all of the information. And sometimes all of the information and sometimes you don't want the answer. You know what I mean? It's like the search for the answer is sometimes better than the actual answer. And when you have the answer, you're like, oh, well, and that's the energy that I feel with this moon. But the other thing that is happening also is that Mars, who is going to be at 18 degrees, he's on the Orion energy. So Mars is on Orion for a long time. All this Gemini has like strong Orion energy. That's why I talked about it last week in the weekly video, or this week. I can't remember. No, it was last week. I don't remember. Whatever. So out of it, you guys. But what's happening is that Mars on Orion is making a trine to Saturn. And that's another. So there's a lot of, in a way, you could say there's a lot of positive or harmonious aspects going on here, which will help, but they won't take away the intensity of the energy that is happening because of the supergalactic center, the moon being exactly on the supergalactic center. But the trine from Mars to Saturn being a positive aspect is giving us the ability to it's almost like directing. Like Saturn can direct things. He sees a bigger picture. The Saturn energy or the Capricorn energy sees the bigger picture and sees the mountaintop and sees the journey and is not afraid of like going on the journey and staying on the journey and like being on that journey. And they know it's going to be hard work. And so a trine to Mars, it's like, here's the drive and the motivation. Here's the power behind all the work that you're going to have to do. Here's that energy that you're going to need to do the hard work. Here's that energy that you're going to need to reach your goals, which is a very Saturn energy. And because these two signs are in air, this could be also a mind thing. Like you're thinking about these things. You're thinking about your goals. You're thinking about how you're going to get what you want and achieve what you want to achieve. And Mars is like, he's playing a they're playing a healthy game with each other, you could say. I don't know why I just had the image of a soccer field. I don't know. This is so random, you guys. But anyways, and I think one of the hardest aspects that is happening now, but this is also a theme that's been going on for over a year, is the square from Saturn to Uranus. Saturn square Uranus, which means that technically, not exactly, but within orb, Saturn is also making a T-square to the nodes during this moon, which means that this is karmic time. But the square to Saturn is what brings in that weird collective energy of unpredictable, crazy ass shit that we feel like something crazy is about to go down and we just don't know what it is, because Uranus will not reveal. It'll be a sudden like realization, like, oh, okay, that's it. Yeah, that's what's going on. Okay, now how do we like deal with the situation? So for, the activation is a deep, powerful knowing that will channel through this beautiful new moon in Libra. And if you just look at the sun and the moon, I mean, honestly, it's a good positive energy. Like the number 2, it's like 2-2. It's a master number. It adds up to, you could say 4. And in tantric numerology, 4 is the neutral mind, which is a beautiful space to be, right? But only if you understand the higher perspective of what it really means. This looks like a bunch of doodles on a freaking chalkboard. I'm laughing at the picture that I've created here. But honestly, that's just a little tiny bit of what's happening here. And this is where we start to take this broadcast. This is why my broadcasts are different than just a regular kind of astrological reading of the new moon or the full moon, is because I dive into the Sabian symbol, the Chandra symbol, the gene key. I'm adding the human design gate, and I'm also adding the chakras and system of the body. So this new moon is happening on the high heart chakra, which is the energy of Libra. And the high heart chakra is like an evolved love. It's an evolved sense of love and understanding for each other, for the other person. So that's really important. The system of the body that this new moon affects is the immune system. And it matches the energy of us, at least in the northern hemisphere, moving into the season of the fall and then the winter. So there's this really strong emphasis on making sure that we are healthy ourselves. And that means body, mind, and spirit. So having that higher compassion, that high heart chakra energy, and having that body, mind, spirit health. So what can you do in terms of your body to take care of your body? You can eat better, eat organic, eat whole foods, eat nutritious food versus food that has no nutrition, right? You could just take care of yourself. You could exercise, all of that stuff. You could, balance your metabolism. I mean, the other announcement that I didn't even make, but I'm going to be doing a challenge. And if anyone wants to join me to do this challenge to like find an optimal health, but like long-term health, with the doTERRA, the new doTERRA products, then definitely join me. This is going to be freaking epic. I've been taking these products for like about a week and I feel a huge shift already. I can't imagine what it's going to be like in a month, how I'm going to feel in a month. But the challenge will start on October 15th. So if you're interested in joining me for that, then send me an email for now and I'll create a link and stuff that everyone can like tap into, sign into later. For maybe tomorrow's broadcast, I'll have it ready or something like that. It's just too much going on for me right now. I'm playing the catch up game with everything and I'm just trying not to like, I'm actively not, this is what I'm doing in my life, is actively not stressing out about all the things that need to get done and just getting them done little by little, one at a time. And it's helping. And I think that's really important for us because that helps us to maintain those healthy boundaries even within our work. And those healthy boundaries to make sure that our immune system is strong so that we have that protection that we need to protect ourselves against literal, pathogens and things that can affect us physically, but also protect ourselves, create those healthy boundaries for our relationships, which is this Libra energy as well. So that is the astrological energy. We're going to dive deeper now and take this into the world of the degrees. And we're going to start by looking at the Sabian symbol for this moon, which is happening at 2 degrees of Libra. So the Sabian symbol for 2 degrees of Libra is the following: leaving the poor, small-minded town of his birth, a young man boards a plane to pursue a risky venture in a new country. The plane has soon risen above the clouds and into the sunlight. This is about accepting what life brings to one's doorstep versus acting decisively to secure a better future. This is having a vision of the future and being willing to fight for that vision in the hope that even without social support, reality will eventually catch up with where one is standing. Promoting sweeping changes by changing the way people think about the past and the future. This is political and cultural commentary from both the right and the left. They may also explore the past and future through imaginative literature or films. This is about accepting that one's local scene is totally stagnant and that one should move to a more enlightened place. I love that. This is about bridging the past and the future by building on traditions that have proven their worth versus feeling that one must utterly destroy outdated institutions in order to make any real progress. That is so true of like everything that is happening right now collectively, like the collapse of civilization and a new beginning is literally what's happening. So what is the Chandra symbol of this moon? It is the following: an inaccurate imaginative map of the world. An inaccurate imaginative map of the world. Subjective depths become all permeating. The surface facts seem like nothing. You are plunged into your internal voyage and compelled to take it up blindly and innovatively. You cannot depend upon anybody's previous experience, for you are moving into a whole different reality. And that's the galactic center energy, right? Inward development as a total way of life. Inward development as a total way of life, yet surrounded by and beset by pressures, demands, and distorted reflections. You therefore have to operate virtually oblivious to the feedback loop of the socio-cultural sphere, to be blind, deaf, and dumb to how anything appears to anybody. Wow. And to act as though the inner world you are cooking up for the future is all that counts, and everything else is a blur of facts, figures, and passing semblances. Wow. That's crazy. Did they really talk about that, Courtney? Because I haven't watched that broadcast yet. The Sabian symbol is for the duration of the degree that the moon or for us it would be for the day. But these are themes that are just kind of like coming into and kind of repeating themselves, and they're showing themselves very strongly in the collective sphere on a general basis. But an inaccurate imaginative map of the world. Basically, this Chandra symbol is saying that your inner developmental work right now, you need to set an intention for self-development for yourself, because that is the most important. That is the key towards the improvement of society as a whole. Is not let's tear down the old systems and make new ones. No, it's be yourself. And I do remember now that the Leo King and Dylan, my human design teacher, they have been talking about this a lot, is that the internal world and environment, your own self-development, your own sense of self, both body, mind, and spirit, are the key to making the shifts in the world. It's not you can't go from macro to micro. You have to go from micro that will affect the macro. And that's the message that I'm getting very strongly from this moon, but in general, from everything that's been going on collectively in the world. So those are the symbols. And now we're going to talk about the gene key of this moon. This moon is happening at the 46 gene key and the 46 gate in human design. So we'll talk about both of them. In the gene keys, this is referred to as a science of luck. It sounds like Jupiter to me. The shadow of the 46 gene key is seriousness. The gift of the 46 gene key is delight. And the city is ecstasy. So, the 46 city, ecstasy, the orgasmic inner world. Speaking of the inner world, right? The healing of the inner world. The 46 city is one of those cities that really is challenging to put into words. Ecstasy is not a word that most people consider when they think of themselves and their own lives. And yet it is this block at the mental level that keeps you at a frequency far from ecstasy. That is the trick with these words for the cities. If you open your heart to receive the frequencies they represent, the frequencies begin to seek you out. Citic states are all a matter of magnetism. You have to expand yourself far enough to become one pole of the energy field, to be the negative pole or the attractor. This is exactly what we humans are, receiving dishes for universal frequencies. I love that. If you can expand your consciousness far enough, then the highest frequencies actually descend into you. Side note, I just realized that the moment that the sun entered Libra, everything stabilized. The internet connection stabilized. Ecstasy is the highest frequency of the 46 gene key, and it occurs only through the heart. Like, that's crazy, because I just got done telling you that Libra energy to the ancient Atlanteans is the high heart chakra. Like, wait, what? It is, in fact, the true nature of humanity. At this level of consciousness, which is really beyond all levels, the ecstatic realization of your true nature is so strong that it silences your mind the moment it is no longer needed. You may think it is impossible for a normal person to live in a state of ecstasy and function in the world. Not true at all. Ecstasy is your state whenever your mind comes to complete rest. Can I just add another crazy Atlantean connection? So the high heart is also the energy of Het, from Ham Het Hum. Het is the energy of contemplation. It has a connection to energy and the soul. That contemplation is the place where your mind comes to a complete rest. In other words, as soon as your mind is required in the world, the ecstatic state fades into the background and your activity moves to the foreground. Then, as soon as your activity is complete, the ecstatic state returns. In this state, your mind is as silent as your life path dictates. Wow. Het. People who manifest this city cannot go unnoticed in the world. There are cities that can be hidden from most people's awareness, but the 46th city is not among them. The jacuzzi of love that swirls around these people is so tangible that it can never be felt, that it can even be felt by people of the densest frequencies. If you are highly developed in your own frequency, you can physically feel such a person's aura from miles away. People who manifested this ecstatic city in the past have left its imprint in the place where they lived, even though they may have passed away hundreds or thousands of years ago. Wow. It is not that this 46th city is any more powerful than any other city, because in essence, they are all the same, but that this manifestation of divine consciousness lies so close to the physical realm and emerges so strongly through the physical body. The purpose of the ring of matter, which this is part of, is to be penetrated completely by the spirit. Okay, Immaculate Conception. When this occurs, ecstasy is the organic result. I'm just kidding. Children who are brought into this world surrounded by the energy of delight are children who need never leave the state of ecstasy. Ecstasy also comes in waves, in orgasms that travel through the noosphere or universal quantum field in which we live. The more people who experience such orgasmic energy coursing through their higher bodies, the more our planet will be transformed. Sat nam to that. One day, very soon, entire communities around the world will experience group awakenings in this orgasmic way. The orgasmic energy will actually pass like a wave through the fractal lines of humanity. There is actually no work more important on this earth than play. When we become truly playful, we reshape the nature of our collective reality. This is the great truth of the 46th city and is its vast importance to today's modern, over-serious world. Only ecstasy can silence the mind. Only ecstasy can solve the problems of the world. Only ecstasy can lead the world to world peace and universal love. Those who have allowed themselves to be overcome by the 46th city are so overflowing with their own ecstasy that they rarely have been able to find words for their experience. Those who have found words have nearly always spoken in poetry, which is the language of love. Such men and women, the ecstatics, have not always found it necessary to remove themselves from the world, but have found their love within the world of ordinary life. I love that. The 46th city revels in the experience of the marketplace, the family, and the ordinariness of the world. These people do not really care what happens to them because the heart makes none of the distinctions that the mind makes. Like a swallow darting about the skies, the heart swoops down upon life, playing and delighting with every waking moment and experimenting with every conceivable experience it can find. The heart doesn't care a tick about success or failure, past or future, life or death. It knows only that it is alive and beating right now, and that realization floods the being with the sweet liquid wine of ecstasy. Maybe this is what's going to come through the galactic center. Your ability to attune to the ecstatic nature of your body depends upon your ability to let go of your mind and open your heart. Satnam. It depends upon how grateful you feel towards existence for giving you this body and the experience of being alive. Wow. If you have felt this ecstatic feeling even once in your life, then you can recreate it. And even if you haven't felt it, you can open yourself to it. It lies within you right now, at the exact moment of you reading this. It will always remain with you, waiting quietly within the very ventricles of your physical heart. All you have to do is invite it back into your life. Wow. The 47th gene key. So, how does this relate to the 46th gene key? How does this relate to the 46th gate in human design? Yeah, right? So how does this relate to the 46th gate? So the 46th gate, when we look at it, is actually found in the G center. And the gene center of human design is it's like the magnetic monopole. It is, in a way, if you have a defined G center in your human design, you have this consistent sense of self. It's almost like, it's about direction, right? The G center is about direction. So you know where you're going. And that gives you this consistent sense of self. And even if you may not be aware, because it could be an unconscious energy, but even if you're not aware where you're going, you feel like a sense of like there's a direction. For someone who has an undefined G center, it's like the opposite experience. You don't have a consistent sense of self. You're not like, I am definitely moving in this direction. You are kind of like open to all of these different identities that you could for a glimpse of time embody and take on and feel, and then it like leaves. It's like a very shamanic energy. I have an undefined G center. And what happens when you have an undefined G center, in all the undefined centers, is that you try to define them because you feel the sense of lack, somehow like a sense of like it's too open. You want to close the door. In a way, you want to close the door. That's why, like, if you're a reflector and you have all undefined centers, you can't ever close the door. So you're like, you kind of go crazy, right? But you have a sampling aura, so you do have some kind of projection. Anyways, the undefined centers are these areas of our lives where we can become masters. Why? Because there's an opening to really, truly understand everything about that center, to feel every aspect. There's no doors that are closed to the experience. So this is a gate that is found within the G center, which means it has to do with direction. This new moon, when you translate it to the new moon energy, it has to do with direction. Like, which direction are we moving? Which direction are you moving? Which direction is the world moving? Do you understand that there's a direction? This is something important just to keep in mind. The 46th gate in human design is actually called the gate of determination or pushing forward. And that's where this new moon is found. So the gate of determination, it's about being determined. It's that Mars trines Saturn determination that's happening during this new moon. It's that ability to freaking go. Determination. It's really powerful. The channel that this energy is connected to is called the channel of discovery. And it connects to the sacral center, which gives it the life force. The 29th gate in human design, which is called the gate of saying yes. The abysmal. So the gate of determination and the gate of saying yes create the channel of discovery. I actually want to check right now, real quick, while we're here live, if there's anything on the 29th gate right now. So give me 1 second. I'm going to look at this chart. So the 29th gate is basically 24 degrees of Leo to 0 degrees of Cancer, I would say. No, Virgo. So 24, is there anything, let's find out. Is there anything between 24 Leo and 0 of Virgo? I'm going to check it real quick. What did I say? 24, so Leo / Virgo. So interestingly enough, I'm going to share this. Hang on. Because this is important. This is where like you get like the more deep dive into stuff is when you go down these like rabbit holes. We're going to find out right now by looking at the chart whether there is anything between, what did I say? Where did it go? Blah. 24 Leo to 0 Virgo. 24 Leo to 0 Virgo. (24 to 0). Who knows what this is? Who knows what that is? Who is that little asteroid right there? Quiz time. Quiz time. Okay, that's Ceres. That's Ceres, the nurturing mother. So Ceres in the human design is at the 29th gate, the gate of saying yes, the nurturing mother. Ceres is also Persephone's mother, who is connected to the seasons. The story of Persephone and Ceres is the story of the seasons, like how the seasons came about. So the nurturing mother at the 29th gate of saying yes is connected to the new moon, connecting the channel of discovery, which means the channel of discovery is awakened by these two frequencies. Yes, you got it, Courtney, by these two frequencies. And the gate of determination is where the moon is at. So Ceres and the moon and the new moon, which means the sun too, are connected here through the channel of discovery. Now, what is this channel? This channel is a part of the collective circuit in human design called the sensing circuit. It is about basically sensing things, literally sensing. Oh, Maricela got it? That's awesome. Sharing, experiencing, reflecting on experiences to learn, discovering revelations that come at the end of experiences, learning from the past, patience as the biggest lesson. This is also the desire for change, restlessness, boredom if no change. You cannot make sense out of life while it is happening. These are all the energies of the sensing circuit. And this channel of discovery is a design of succeeding where others fail. So where are we going to succeed in this energy is by incorporating and understanding the story of Ceres and Persephone and the seasons and the fact that, she's the nurturing mother, the loving mother that says, yes, I will take care of you. Yes, I will protect you. Yes, I will be here for you. Yes, I will love you. Yes, yes, yes. The channel of saying yes, right? To the new moon, which goes, well, I am determined. We're going to do this. And so we're going to discover something powerful. That's amazing. I didn't even notice that when I was looking at all of this stuff. But this is the power of the energy of this new moon that we're having, basically activating the 46th gate in human design, which is the gate of determination. So, after learning about all of these frequencies and all these energies, we can get a better idea of how in depth all of this is. Like, you could really go down the rabbit hole with any of these things, right? With the Sabian symbols, the Chandra symbols, like everything. But overall, I feel, if I was going to give it like a, how do I feel about this new moon? I feel a good energy. I feel good, positive energy from this moon. I feel like this will be a time to set powerful intentions. This will be a time to find where are you determined. And in your own chart, that channel, right? Like in your own human design, do you have those gates activated? I don't. In my human design, I'm looking at it right now, I don't. But because this channel of discovery will be activated, that means that during this time, it'll also activate my chart. And so I will feel on Sunday like I have a sense of direction, like determination, and the ability to say yes, and the energy to do the things that I want to do. And that's how you work with human design and the transits. So if you're a reflector, this is like you need to be a master of this stuff to understand yourself better. But that is how amazing this is. Yes, I'm ready for this new moon too. I'm really excited about it. Remember, as we're leading into, oh, hey, babe. Remember, as we're leading into the weekend that we're actually still in the dark moon. So it can be that heaviness. There's a heaviness to it because it's a dark moon. But at the same time, it's this new beginning is about to show up in our lives. How beautiful and how powerful is that? And I'm so excited also in the next few days and in the coming week, I'm going to be bringing out more details. Those of us who are like determined to find health, determined to feel better in our bodies, determined to like freaking have energy. As a projector, I can tell you that having energy is like the biggest like thing for a projector. But also, if we're not doing the things that we love, we are not going to have energy, whether we're a generator or not. In ecstasy. I love that, Dawn. Thank you for bringing that. Yes. I love that. So amazing. And the heart and the high heart, right? So much came through, but I'm going to be announcing the challenge that's coming up that we're going to be doing together. I'm also going to be announcing 2 new types of readings that I'm going to be offering. One of them is not a reading. It's actually like I don't want to tell you what it's called yet, but it has to do with human design. And then the other one is the Atlantean Astrology, a new type of reading where it's an interactive reading. So it's live on Zoom. We go over your chart through the lens of ancient Atlantean astrology. And it'll give you this very, very beautiful understanding of where you're at in life in terms of karma. So it's like really, really cool. So that's going to be just coming out in the next few weeks, and I'm so excited about it. And also, I'll in October I'll be getting the Moon Goddess Training 2023 whole situation set up. So for anyone that's interested in joining me in that epic fucking journey in 2023. So I love you guys so much. I hope you guys have a beautiful rest of your day today. I'll be back tomorrow. We're going to do mini readings tomorrow night. So you can sign up now if you want to. And I'll see you. I hope you have an awesome new moon this weekend. All right. Sat Nam. See you guys tomorrow.